Welcome to Mission Park Cares, where Kristen and I bring you the best that San Antonio has to offer.
And in this show, we're going to introduce you to the next two People's King, Rey Feo 74 and Rey Feo 75.
This year's All-Star baseball game is only 10 days away.
But today we'll get the story behind one of the greatest All-Stars of all time, Rube Waddell.
And you know what goes great with baseball fans this time of year? Maybe a cold beer.
And we'll take you to the famous San Antonio Beer Garden.
Then we'll get some San Antonio history where great food supports the arts.
But first, let's meet our upcoming Rey Feo, Larry Kurth, and find out why the Consejos are so important.
And now I have the Rey Feo, who's going to be Rey Feo, I think, 74.
If I work hard enough, Dick.
Larry Kurth.
It's sure great to be back with you, Dick Tips and Mission Park.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much for having us here on the river. And you know, we're rolling up our sleeves. John McFadden and I,
yes,
we've got a lot of work to do because we're trying to raise together $500,000 in order for scholarships and for students in Bexar County. And you know firsthand because you were a Rey Feo. And so what we're doing this year, especially John McFadden and I, is we're getting together as Dos Amigos, Dos Reyes. You know, not everybody has the goal to be a college student, which is great. Sometimes folks get different kinds of degrees. They can go and get a degree, for example, from SAC in that industry, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And we'd like to help with scholarships in those industries. We'd like to help with scholarships at St. Philip's for culinary arts. We'd like to help air conditioning, guys who want to get trade degrees. All of that is very important to San Antonio and very important to the families and the students who are looking for help. And one of the important things we're doing that I know Mission Park is going to help us out with is in August, we honor all of those students who have qualified for scholarships. They're going to walk across the stage, and our current Rey Feo, Augie, is going to hand out scholarships to almost 100 deserving students here in Bexar County.
So Larry, I understand that you have got this incredible graphics department, like over the top.
Exactly.
For the organization, for y'all's organization, and then what y'all are doing, and you and John. So could we see some of those graphics?
Sure. Our graphics department put together this very, very tricky website. And this is where everyone in the community can go and help out students in order to donate to our campaign, John McFadden and Lawrence Kurth for Rey Feo. So campaign for rayfeo.org.
That's pretty daggum fancy. I
exactly.
I
exactly.
I don't ever think I've seen graphics as good as that. I'm telling you, we are going over the top.
So that's wonderful. And then we have several events which are on our website that are going to be going on this summer that people would be interested in.
Share those with us?
Sure. We're going to have, at the end of July, on the 28th, we're going to have Family Feud, where we have special groups getting together and they're going to compete against each other for scholarships, for money for scholarships. We're going to have a fashion show in August. We're going to have a casino night, which is very special, also in August. In November, we're going to have a sporting clay shoot. And those are just some of the things that you can find out on our website, campaignforrayfeo.org.
Tell us a little bit about the Consejo organization and how somebody could be maybe a member someday.
Great question, Dick. You know, in the same way that the Rey Feo is the king for all of San Antonio, the Consejo is a group for any men, businessmen in our community who would like to join. We have about 150 members, and their job is not only to support the Rey Feo, the king, during Fiesta, but also to participate in all kinds of different community service during the year. And we take new applications for consejos around Thanksgiving, Dick. So that's when you can apply, and then the applications are reviewed, and we take on about 20 new guys every year.
Yeah, well, I was blessed to be taken in, and I'm more blessed to be part of it today, as we all are. And we understand how important it is to our community right here in San Antonio, Texas.
Dick, do you know why baseball is called America's pastime?
I'm guessing it's because people of all ages, inclusive of our children, Peggy and Robert, thoroughly enjoy the game.
Now, let's get the story of one of the greatest pitchers of all time, who's remembered at Mission Park South.
There's a saying in baseball.
There's no crying! There's no crying in baseball!
No, not that one. The legend of George Edward Waddell certainly hasn't died. The man affectionately known as Rube wasn't just a great baseball player, but one of the most eccentric pitchers of all time.
Am I completely nuts?
The legend began in the Pennsylvania countryside, where Rube strengthened his arm as a child by throwing rocks at birds on his family's land.
This is my heater! I dare you to hit it!
That arm helped him become one of the most dominant strikeout pitchers in America.
I haven't got an arm like yours. I got to put anything on it I can find.
In his 13-year baseball career, he played for 9 teams, from the Pittsburgh Pirates to the Philadelphia Athletics. While with the Athletics, he threw a then Major League record 349 strikeouts in a season.
Hey, how did you do that?
A record that stood for 60 years and still stands today among left-handed pitchers.
Don't try to strike everybody out. Strikeouts are boring. Besides that, they're fascist.
His most notable pitching accomplishment was pitching in 2 games of a doubleheader. In the second game, Waddell faced legendary pitcher Cy Young, outdueling him for 20 straight innings to a 4-2 win.
I don't know if I have anything left.
Waddell was so good, he would sometimes tell his teammates to stay in the dugout or sit behind the mound just to watch him strike out the side.
There's a thing called talent. They don't have it.
While he was a force on the mound, it was his antics on the field that created bigger headlines and brought the crowds. One time after an argument with an umpire, he left the stadium in the middle of the game to go fishing.
Come on, Blue, what was that?
He was often distracted on the mound as well.
Hey, Knuckles, what are you throwing the kid for? He winked at me.
Shiny objects and puppies in the stands became irresistible. He loved to drink and spent his first signing bonus of $500 to go on a drinking binge, earning him the nickname the Sauce Paw.
Take this money, go buy beer and tequila and come right back.
And his lifelong fascination with fire trucks would cause him to run off the mound to chase after them if one drove by the stadium with its alarms blaring. His eccentric behavior led to troubles with his managers and teammates.
Yeah, come on.
But off the field, his legend only grew. From wrestling alligators in the circus to fighting a lion in a cage, Waddell's life never had a dull moment.
And if I had the courage to go through with this, what a story it'll make.
He saved an entire town in Kentucky from getting flooded. He's said to have blown up a bean factory in Boston because of a foul ball. And he was suspended 5 games for fighting a fan in the stands. He tried his hand at acting, attempted to play professional football. That career began and ended in his first scrimmage, as he broke his leg tackling the quarterback.
Pain heals. Chicks dig scars. Glory lasts forever.
Waddell's Major League Baseball career ended in 1910. 3 years later, he was diagnosed with tuberculosis. He moved to San Antonio to live with his sister, but his health never got better. He was placed in a sanitarium in nearby Elmendorf and died on April 1st, 1914. 32 years later, he was elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame for his lasting contributions to the game as the greatest drawing card in the early 20th century. Waddell's final resting place is here at Mission Park South Cemetery. His monument displays a baseball carved from solid granite and bears his full name, a tribute generously provided by his longtime manager and friend, Connie Mack. Rube Waddell is a man whose legend has never died and forever remembered at Mission Park.
Welcome back to Mission Park Cares. I'm excited we get to introduce another future Rey Feo.
2 for the price of 1. Let's look at some upcoming events coming with the Rey Feo organization, and let's meet John McFadden. Here with my dear friend, John McFadden, and John McFadden is going to be a Rey Feo. And I'm going to let John tell you a little bit about him, his reign, and a little bit more about the Rey Feo organization. Welcome, John, to Mission Park Cares.
Dick, it's great to be here. I just love your show.
Well, thank you, John. Tell us a little bit about, first of all, how'd you get into it?
I got involved with the Rey Feo Consejo organization, which is the support organization for the Scholarship Foundation, probably about 10 years ago. And just absolutely fell in love with the organization the second I laid eyes on it.
Well, the Rey Feo organization, and as you know, has to do a lot of things behind the scenes, 364 days before the 365th day that you become crowned as Rey Feo itself. Tell us a little bit about behind the scenes and the fundraising efforts that you need to go through.
So traditionally, as you know from your day at Rey Feo, you compete against, they select two people and there's a competition, and the winner goes first, the loser goes second. And this year, Larry Kurth and I were selected, and we knew that he wanted to go first and I wanted to go second. So instead of competing against each other, we actually came up with the idea of Dos Amigos, Dos Reyes, and we're running together thinking that we can raise more money for scholarships by running together and being friends instead of combatants. So I was on Augie's court, Augie Cortez, Rey Feo 73. Fiesta ended on April the 20th, which was really fairly early, and on April the 21st, we started raising money.
Now, I've got to make one correction on you there, though, because there are no losers. Even though that one person comes in a little higher than the other guy, let me tell you, it's all, the big winners are what?
The kids, the students. It's all about raising scholarship money, and that's why being on Augie's court taught me the importance of that. My passion is there's 577 applicants, and we only have the money to give out 100 new scholarships, and you can do the math. There's a lot of people who need the scholarships, and we're not going to rest on our laurels. We are going to work harder than anyone's ever worked before to make sure every deserving applicant gets the money they need to go to school, trade school, 4-year degree, nursing school. It's open for everybody now, and we're there to help empower them. It levels the playing field for everybody. It rises everybody up socioeconomically, and we're going to work our tails off to give as many people as we can.
Now, where do those dollars come from? I mean, money just doesn't grow on trees. So,
well, despite some people's beliefs, it does not grow on trees, and especially nowadays, people have a tighter hold on it than ever. So we do it through fundraisings that we do. Whether a golf tournament, we have a fantastic feud, a family feud style event that's coming up on July the 27th. If people go to campaignforrayfeo.org, they can see a list of all of our events that are coming up, and we've got some good ones. Rudy Rudiger is coming to speak at the Notre Dame game on September the 3rd with us. So we've got the Central Catholic K-League Convocation Center. Rudy Rudiger is going to come in. He's bringing his last gold football helmet. We're going to live auction it off for the Rey Feo. He's going to autograph it for the winner. He's going to talk during halftime. And we're going to make a whole weekend with Rudy Rudiger and Notre Dame in San Antonio. We have corporate sponsorships too. Mission Parks has always been unbelievably generous with everything that we've done. We've got lots of other, you can go to the website and you can see all the different sponsors that are coming in corporately as well.
Very proud of you, and I'm proud of you being part of the organization, and you're at the top of the heap and making everything run good, and we appreciate you more than you know.
Thanks
you
for
and your
inviting
family.
me.
You and your entire family. Yeah.
Welcome back to Mission Park Cares.
And here's Michael Vasquez with a classic song, Downtown Near the Alamo.
I'm Michael, and this is Crying in the Chapel. You saw me crying in the chapel. The tears I shed were tears of joy. I know the meaning of contentment. Now I'm happy with the Lord. just a plain and simple chapel where humble people go to pray. I pray the Lord that I'll grow stronger as I live from day to day. I've searched and I've searched, but I couldn't find the way on earth to gain peace of mind. Now I'm happy in the chapel where people are on one accord. Yes, we gather in the chapel just to sing and praise the Lord. You'll search and you'll search, but you'll never find no way on earth to gain peace of mind. Take your troubles to the chapel. Get down on your knees and pray. Then your burdens will be lightened, and you'll surely find the way.
When you head downtown, there's a beer garden with historic and deep German roots.
I bet you're talking about Beethoven Manor Corps. Will you take us there?
Look forward to it. You know, I'm down here today at a beautiful location where they have, what do you call this, Klaus?
Well, it's water purified to the brewing process.
Water purified to the brewing process.
Also commonly known as beer.
Commonly known as beer. This is Klaus Heidi. Klaus, tell us a little bit about Beethoven's Manor Corps.
Beethoven Manor Corps.
Yeah, thank you.
Was founded in 1867 at La Vita by a former mayor named Thielepappe.
Oh my God.
And we built the Beethoven Hall downtown, which is now the Magic Theater, in 1894. It burned down in 1914, was rebuilt in 1915. And after World War II, they sold that and bought this place here. So we've been in this location for 100 years.
Over 100 years?
Over 100 years in this location here.
All right. You know, Klaus, for people who don't know about Beethoven's Manor Corps, tell me what they can do here. What's it all about?
Well, it's a German singing organization, men's choir, and we have 3 bands. We have a concert band, we call it a 50-piece band. Then we have a swing band, that's about 18, 19 people. And then we have a dance band, like a polka band.
So how many years have you been participating with this?
Well, I was president for 35 years. I've been a member for over 40 years, 44, I think 46.
And you have some beautiful old pictures of previous people who came to San Antonio, because this was a German town, was it not?
Yes, it was. Yeah. We have behind us here is that is a 9-pin bowling alley, and we're trying to restore it. So all the funds we get now, we took it for this one, you know.
A 9-pin bowling alley.
Yeah.
So we're gonna
handset. It's not a 10-pin like American. You got smaller balls. It's different.
Well,
and you need what they call them pin monkeys, you know. They're the guys setting up the pins in the back.
Okay, well maybe I can do that for you. Now, Klaus, if people want to come down, and I'm sure they do, to be part of the festivities here at Beethoven's Manor Corps, where are we located?
Yeah, it's 422 Pereira Street, which is right off of South Alamo in the King William area.
I appreciate it, and it's a blessing to be with you, and thank you for all your service for all these years to the community of San Antonio, Texas.
Thank you, Dick.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Prost.
Dick, will you take us to Club Juro so we can find out how they're investing in the arts here in San Antonio?
Well, we're on our way. I'm here at Club Juro with my really dear friend, Brian Warden. We've known each other for longer than he wants to admit, and we're going to have Brian tell us a little bit of the history, because he knows it, of Club Juro. Welcome, Brian.
Thank you, Dick. Good to see you.
Thank you. Tell us a little bit about Club Juro and kind of how its beginning and how it got to from wherever it was to where it is today.
Club Juro we opened in 1983. Construction started in 1980. The name Juro was named after the French architect Francois Juro, who, when he built it, did not put a clock face because there was nobody there.
So there's nobody living to the north.
This was the furthest, most northern part of San Antonio in 1851. And they said because the San Antonio River right here flows to the south, certainly no one will build to the north. Francois Juro also was the past mayor of San Antonio. So when Club Juro came around, our buildings were the laundry facility and horse stables for the Ursuline nuns. And if you have the opportunity or someone to see our main dining room, the coach room, you can visualize the horse stalls because they're there, and solid limestone headers above, and there were incredible mason workers from San Antonio that built this.
Who had the idea to come back to downtown and to redo all this beauty?
The way that I understood it was Bill Lindy, who was a great founding member of Club Juro, got an idea to put a private dining club in downtown San Antonio that could benefit the Southwest Craft Center, which since became the Southwest School of Art and Craft, and today is the Southwest School of Art, which has a Bachelor of Fine Arts program, a degreed college program for the kids. I'm told that the outreach program of the Southwest School of Art reaches up to 20,000 kids a year in the community, which is amazing. You know, it's a really good thing. I mean, yes, we are a private restaurant. Quality, service, food, everything, but there is a wonderful purpose behind it all, and it's art education. And amazingly enough, this part of downtown is becoming, you know, the art community of downtown. We've got Museum of Fine Art, Southwest School of Art, the Tobin Center for the Art.
Brian, this is not just a private dining area. I mean, y'all do so much for the community, and there's so many people that you have as members down here that do so many things outside of the fences and the walls of this facility, and you're able to accommodate that, are you not?
When we are able, we do. I mean, we've had requests somebody needs to get to Houston. We've arranged it. We've gone to the coast for parties. We've gone to ranches for people's needs. I think one of the times that when we do weddings and we do anniversaries and birthday parties and business lunches and everything, but there's times where we have a member that has lost a family member, and we'll go into their home while they're handling the service with you, and we're able to I feel like we're really helping at that point. You have lots of time to plan a wedding, you have lots of time to plan a birthday, but the funerals sometimes come very quickly. As long as we're able to take care of our clients as if they were our family, that things will be okay.
And I agree.
And with the economy, they're still going to eat, they're still going to drink, they need to entertain, they're going to need to take care of a family member when they pass away. So we're on the same page with that.
We really are.
Yeah.
More so than we know.
I know.
Thank
you. It's good to see you.
Good to see you, sir. Darn, that's all the time we have today to tell all the great stories that we have for Mission Park Cares.
You know we love you, and at Mission Park, it's our mission to care.